Most insecurity is completely silent. It shows up before you speak, and people feel it before they understand it. You can know exactly what to say. Then your shoulders fold, your eyes flick away, and your presence shrinks. That is why conversations feel harder for quiet people. You are not empty inside, but your body looks unsure. You walk into a room already bracing. Someone interesting lifts over, and suddenly your hands, face, and posture change. The good news is this changes fast. Fix these small signals, and people instantly read you as grounded. Not louder, not fake, just calm, present, and quietly confident in a way people trust almost immediately. We are getting into 5 mistakes that quietly weak insecurity. The last one is subtle, and it changes everything. But first, use this tonight. Plant both feet evenly, exhale once, and let your shoulders drop before speaking. That tiny reset tells your nervous system you are safe, and safety is what confidence looks like from outside. Here is what most people miss. Insecurity rarely looks dramatic. It looks rushed, tight, apologetic, and slightly withdrawn. The first mistake is collapsing your posture. Quiet people do this when they want to avoid taking up space. Shoulders roll forward. Your chest closes, your neck tightens, and your body says, "Do not notice me." The strange part is you often do this around people you respect. Attraction, status, or pressure makes you fold. You meet someone impressive and your ribs cave inward. It feels protective, but it also drains your natural presence. You're about to get 3 corrections. One opens your body, one steadies your eyes, and the last changes everything. The last one is the deepest, because it fixes all the others. Once you see it, your whole energy changes. The fix is simple and quiet. Lift your sternum slightly, relax your belly, and keep your weight balanced. Not puffed up, not military, just open enough that your body stops asking permission to exist. Try this when you enter any room. Pause at the doorway, breathe low, then walk in with your chest soft. You will feel exposed for a second. That feeling is not danger, it is your body adjusting to visibility. And that brings us to the second mistake, breaking eye contact so fast that your attention feels slippery. You look up, connect for half a beat, then disappear. It happens with strangers, coworkers, dates, and cashiers. This usually comes from one fear. You are worried that being seen too clearly will reveal your nerves. But weak eye contact does not hide nervousness. It highlights it because steady attention feels like inner stability. Here's the deeper social code. People trust the person whose eyes stay warm and present, not perfectly intense. Hold eye contact 1 beat longer than usual. Then look away slowly, not sharply, like you chose the pause. That single beat changes your whole energy. It says you are comfortable here, and comfort is quietly magnetic. If direct eye contact feels intense, look at one eye. Your brain reads it the same, but feels calmer. And watch what happens in real moments. The barista smiles longer, the coworker keeps talking, the stranger softens. That is not magic. Prolonged eye contact often signals genuine interest, and people relax when they feel genuinely received. The third mistake looks friendly at first. It is over-smiling, over-nodding, and agreeing before you even decide. A lot of quiet people do this to keep things smooth. You want others comfortable, so your face works overtime. But approval chasing has a body language signature. It looks quick, eager, and slightly ahead of the moment. Someone says something ordinary and you nod 3 times. You smile before you feel it, and your face loses truth. Real warmth lands differently. It is slower, smaller, and timed to what actually moves you. So keep your face relaxed between moments. Let your smile arrive 1 second later and nod when you mean it. This feels subtle, but people notice. A measured expression reads as self-trust, and self-trust feels attractive. Here's the part most people miss. Constant smiling can look less confident than a calm, neutral face. Because confidence does not rush to reassure everyone. It lets a moment breathe, then responds from something real. The next mistake gives insecurity away instantly. Restless hands, face touching, and constant adjusting pull attention from your words. You fix your sleeve, rub your neck, tap your leg. Every tiny movement announces that your body feels unsettled. This shows up most when attention lands on you. Introductions, group conversations, dates, and meetings make your hands suddenly busy. And people decode that busyness fast. Fidgeting often reads as inner conflict, like part of you wants to disappear. The fix is not frozen stillness. It is giving your hands a home before pressure hits. Rest them loosely at your sides or on your lap. If standing, lightly connect thumb and finger once. That tiny anchor does two things. It calms your body, and it makes your movements look intentional instead of nervous. Also slow your gestures by 10%. Fast hands feel like mental static, while slower hands feel clear. Quiet people usually do not need more expression. You need cleaner expression because calm movement carries more authority. What I'm about to share changes everything. But before the last mistake, there is one pattern tying these together. You are not failing because you are quiet. You are leaking attention back onto yourself instead of placing it outward. That is why loud advice never helps. Your power was never volume, it was presence, timing, and accurate attention. If this is hitting close, say which mistake you catch yourself doing most. Your answer will help others notice theirs. A lot of quiet people think they are alone in this. They are not, and the comments prove it fast. Now let us get to the mistake that hides deepest. It looks polite, but it makes you seem smaller. Leaning away when someone engages with you is a silent giveaway. Your torso turns, your feet drift, your energy exits. This happens when a compliment lands or question spotlights you. You physically back off from your own moment. You laugh, look down, angle your body away. It feels modest, but it tells others you are unsure you belong. This is the real reason some conversations die early. People can feel when you retreat the moment they lean in. And that matters more than perfect words. Someone leaning in slightly usually wants more of you, not less. So when attention comes your way, stay there. Keep your torso facing them and let your feet remain planted. If you need a verbal bridge, use one. Say that is kind of you, or give me a second. Those phrases buy you composure without shrinking. They let your body stay open while your mind catches up. Most people never realize this part. Confidence is not having no nerves. It is staying present while nerves pass. That is why stillness looks so powerful. It tells everyone, including you, that you can handle being sane. And the deepest part of this mistake appears next. You rush every reaction the second space appears. You answer too quickly, laugh too early, nod before you think. Fast reactions look like you are asking for approval. Calm people do something different here. They let the moment land, then respond as if they have time. That pause is social gold. Comfortable silence is one of the clearest signals of self-trust and real ease. Here is another hidden truth. The person who can hold one clean beat often holds the most power. So after someone speaks, wait one beat. After a compliment, breathe once, smile softly, then say thank you. After a question, let your eyes stay steady. You do not owe anyone instant words to look confident. And this is where quiet people gain an unfair advantage. You are naturally built for depth, pacing, and careful attention. When you stop fighting your quietness, your presence changes. You become less like background noise, more like a quiet flame. People lean toward that kind of energy. It feels grounded, aware, and deeply comfortable in a noisy world. That is why charisma is not loudness. Charisma is making people feel seen, safe, and interesting around you. And the body leads that feeling first. Open posture, steady eyes, calm pauses, and honest expressions do the heavy lifting. Think about the people who make you feel instantly settled. They rarely move frantically, and they never seem to plead. They are not performing confidence. They are simply not abandoning themselves while another person is looking at them. That is the final shift everything points toward. Stop trying to look confident and start practicing staying with yourself. When your body stays with you, other people stay too. Presence is contagious and calm invites connection. So let us pull the 5 mistakes together. Folding inward, flicking eyes away, over-signaling, fidgeting, and retreating fast. Each one sends the same message underneath. I am not fully comfortable occupying this moment with you. But the opposite message is simple. I belong here, I can stay present, and I do not need to rush. Practice that message with your body first. Your mind follows the signals you repeat often enough. Before your next conversation, choose just one correction. Open shoulders, steady eyes, calm hands, slower smile, or planted feet. Do not try all 5 at once. One clean change is stronger than 5 half-remembered tricks. Then notice what changes in other people. Watch for longer eye contact, softer faces, and them leaning closer. Those are not random reactions. Mirroring posture and leaning in usually means someone feels safe and connected with you. That is the beautiful part. The more settled you become, the more settled everyone around you becomes. Social confidence is less like a performance, more like temperature. When you regulate it, the whole room feels it. Most people think confidence means feeling bigger than everyone else. Real confidence is simply refusing to make yourself smaller. That is the withheld piece. The goal was never to impress the room, only to remain whole inside it. When you stop shrinking, people stop searching for what is wrong. They start feeling the calm you brought in. That is why the strongest body language is often the simplest. Open chest, steady gaze, quiet hands, unhurried breath. So if you have felt invisible, awkward, or misunderstood, hear this clearly. Your quietness was never the problem. The problem was body language habits built from self-protection. Helpful ones, but now they hide your natural warmth. You do not need a new personality. You need your body to stop arguing with the calm person you are. And once that happens, conversations stop feeling like auditions. They start feeling like shared space you can actually enjoy. So try this the very next time attention lands on you. Exhale, open your chest, and stay for one beat. That one beat is the hidden turning point. It is where insecurity usually appears and where quiet confidence begins. If one of these mistakes felt especially familiar, say which one. Your comment might be the exact mirror someone needed. Subscribe and turn on the bell for more tools like this. That way the next one finds you. You do not need bigger energy to be memorable. You need steadier energy, and people feel that instantly. You do not need louder confidence to attract people. You need calm confidence when eyes turn your way. Quiet presence is rare now. That is why it stands out and why it feels so magnetic. So stop treating your quietness like something to overcome. It is a strength that looks strongest when fully relaxed. Let people feel your steadiness before your words. That is how quiet people become unforgettable without trying too hard. You were never too quiet for connection. You just needed your body to believe what your value already knew.